If you're just joining us for the second date, Amanda is on the phone today. She wants to call a guy named Eric. They met at a golf course. She works there as the bartender, and he asked her out. They ended up going out to dinner. At the end of the night, she got a kiss on the cheek and hasn't heard a word from him since. The only thing that she can think of that went wrong on their date was in the middle of it, at some point, she accidentally dropped that she knew where he lived because she looked up his information in the golf course database, and he seemed kind of weirded out by that. So she's definitely a stalker. We do know that. And I'm assuming that she's ready to do the second date update right now on the phone in a crawl space in his house. So, Amanda, do you want to do the second date update, or you want to just like walk downstairs and see if he's there and pass the phone over to him?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me have a minute to decide.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, I don't think you should feel bad about that. I would always look up information before I went on a date. I mean, I think that's just normal.
Okay. Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now, get him on the phone, and get your second date.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Eric, please?
Yep. This is Eric.
Hey, Eric, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm good. Who is this?
Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
How are you?
Fine. May I ask why you're calling?
You may, and I will gladly tell you that. You recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and she asked me to call you and find out what went wrong. It's a segment we do called The Second Date.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard of this, actually.
Oh, you have? Have you ever heard the segment?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, at least you're kind of familiar with it. Well, congratulations, Eric. A girl named Amanda wanted me to call you today and find out what went wrong on your date. Do you remember going out with Amanda?
Yep.
You met her at the golf course?
Yep.
Okay. She said that you guys enjoyed a fun dinner out, at least in her opinion. Was it not fun for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was fine and stuff, but I don't know if I can really, talk too much about details or anything like that.
Is there anything that you could share with us? Because she says she's tried to text you a few times after going out, and you haven't responded at all. She thought things went well enough that you guys would see each other again.
Yeah, I mean, she's a nice girl. I just don't know if it's really the best thing for me to give her a call back and pursue it, I guess.
You know how it is when somebody doesn't call you back. You sit there and wonder, and you're like, why don't they like me? She really liked you, and she would love to see you again, so.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with her. It's just that, after our date, I was kind of telling a couple of my friends about it, and I got kind of a lot of crap from them because they said I probably should not be going out with Amanda. So I don't really know what to do, but I think it's probably best if I just let it go.
Do they know Amanda?
Yeah, a couple of them do.
Okay, and why do they think not going out with her is?
Well, I mean, it's nothing to do with Amanda. It's just that it was explained to me, and I thought about it. It makes sense that it's probably not a good idea to go out with somebody that works for me. So.
Wait, that works for you? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
What?
How did
You mean she work? How does she work for you?
Well, she works at the country club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
Are you-
own the country club?
Well, this is why I didn't really want to get into details or anything, especially like on a radio segment. But yeah, I'm a partial owner of the club.
Whoa.
Wow.
Score, Amanda.
That's awesome, man.
Nice.
She sounded like she had no idea that you were a partial owner.
Well, that's good, I guess. I mean, people. I mean, it's nice when people just kind of treat you for the way you are, I guess. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not
You
like
didn't. And you
you're-
didn't tell her anything about like what you do and that you own the golf course when you were out with her on your date.
Didn't seem relevant.
But are you like,
Interesting.
are you really a participant in the golf club? I don't know how it's managed. Like, you're not really her boss or anything.
Yeah, well, that's kind of why we went out in the first place. I didn't really think about it because, I mean, it's not like she's a direct report. But she's still on payroll, though, and it's a blurry line, I guess, so it's probably just not appropriate.
So you feel like dating her is dating one of your employees, and it's bad to mix business and pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of still struggle with this a little bit, because it seems like it's a blurry line, gray line, and it might be okay and stuff, but my friends were pretty adamant about this not being okay.
Are your friends also owners? I mean, are they your business partners, or are they just friends giving advice?
They're just friends. They don't have anything to do with it, but, I tend to take their opinions pretty heavily, so.
Oh, man.
Did you like going out with her though?
I did. I really liked her, actually.
Okay, so why not break a rule then?
I mean, I have to think about more than myself and more than Amanda. There could be bigger ramifications.
But come on, people meet through the company all the time. Like, it's super common. It happens, and everybody makes it just work.
Yeah, but that's when they're regular employees. He's talking about banging the help.
You did not just say that.
Right, Eric?
Wow. I'm not saying anything.
Eric, I thank you for being honest. I really do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's kind of a sticky one, I guess. So,
Yeah. I should also let you know that she's actually on the other line listening.
are you serious?
Yeah, I am.
That's not cool.
Hey, Amanda, say hi to your boss.
Hi, Eric.
Hi.
I don't even know what to say.
Well, I'd be very careful in what you say because Eric apparently has the power to get you fired.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Look, I'm really sorry.
Oh my God. Yeah, but it's not bad. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not bad for
Just
her.
really unexpected.
I can legitimately say this is not you. This is a tricky situation, and I think maybe I screwed up even by asking you out. I'm really sorry.
I mean, now that I know the whole story, you don't have to apologize. What happens now?
I mean, like I just said, legitimately, it's not you. I mean, I really think you're great, and I had a really good time, and I think you're intelligent and vivacious, and I like a lot of things about you. I'd like to get to know you better, but it's,
You do own a golf course throwing around words like vivacious. That is a power word.
Oh, Eric, how often do women and chances like this come around, though? I mean,
I don't know. It's tough. I mean, I'm not going to say like I enjoyed the fact that you didn't know like what I do for a living, but I like the fact that you were just engaged with me. You weren't really. It wasn't about what I do and stuff. So I appreciated that. I liked that.
Well, thank you for that compliment. I mean, I really had no idea, and I don't know. It's just rare to have someone as down to earth as you come into the club, which sounds so weird.
I think you should correct yourself, Amanda. Someone as down to earth as him come into his own golf course.
So weird. But yeah,
See, this is exactly what happened. This is what happened.
Yeah, but seriously, I mean, you came in and I really liked you, and I like had so much fun just like laughing with you the whole time that we went out, and it's just really rare for me to meet someone like you, and yeah, I just wish that it could work out somehow, but I don't know. I guess that's up to you.
Well, I mean, I take my friends' opinions pretty seriously, and it's not necessarily mine. I'm kind of on the fence. I mean, let me talk to the HR director at least and see what potential problems there could be.
that is such
Eric.
a business transaction.
How about
You own
this,
the place.
Eric?
Do what you want.
Eric, what if she quits live on the air right now and resigns her position at your golf course? Would you date her?
Yeah, I would, but I don't know if that sets a good precedent.
Hey, am I involved in this decision?
No, Amanda, not right now. I'm making decisions for you. Eric, I would love to ask if you'll go on a second date with Amanda. Not that you need me to, but we will pay for the second date.
Do it, man.
What's the worst that could happen?
There could be a lot of bad things that could happen. I have to check it out first. I have to make sure it's okay.
Okay, so you'll go have a meeting with your HR person and see if it's cool if you date the bartender at your golf course.
We might have a bylaw against it. I don't even know.
Okay, well, so if you do all of your due diligence and find out if you can date her, will you go on a second date with her?
Yes, as long as she leaves her allergen princess hat at home. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
I'm totally kidding.
I can't help that.
So, congratulations, Amanda. You sort of have a second date.
If HR approves.
Yeah. If the company signs off on it.
Eric, I'm excited and would love to go on a second date with you if it's professionally approved.
Sounds so weird.
Excellent. Stand by. I'll find out.
All right.
I'm sorry I didn't.
Oh my
sorry I
God.
didn't tell you. I didn't really know how to say it. I guess.
Eric, make sure if you do ask her out again, you get that request notarized and copied in triplicate so that you can have it in your permanent file.
Even if it's a green light, you'll probably still have to sign something here. Before we even go out.
Serious.
That's awesome. I do not envy the girl on the phone for a second date today. Not because of anything that happened with her date, just I think that she has one of the jobs that is tops in this country for getting hit on the most by thirsty, annoying dudes. She's a bartender at a golf course.
Oh, yeah.
That has got to be the worst. As a guy who golfs a lot, I see it go down constantly. If you're the cart girl or working in the bar at a golf course, it's just nothing but guys coming in there being like, I make a ton of money because I golf all the time. What's your name, sweetie? I'll take another Arnie Palmer. Get it from the bottom shelf so I can watch it bend down. I'm not even over-exaggerating.
No, you are on point, sir.
Amanda is on the phone. Amanda, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good. Is that a pretty accurate description of how it is at the golf course for you
Kind of
sometimes?
depressing, but yeah.
She's like, I'm
want
good.
to-
I want to quit, but
Yeah.
I'm good.
I want to apologize on behalf of all men, first of all, before we get into your phone call. But it actually said that you met the guy that you want to call today at the golf course.
I did. Yeah, he was one of the less creepy, less rich dudes.
I had no idea that it would actually work. I've never even attempted to hit on a girl at a golf course because I figured they get it all the time from old married dudes. He actually was able to get your number and you guys went out on a date. That's impressive.
Yeah, which has never happened before at that particular job.
How did he do that? Did he try to impress you or did he just go, hey, can I have your number?
No, he was very real about it.
Okay.
He came up to the bar and got a drink and then went out and golfed for a little bit, and then he hurt his ankle, so he had to come back in. And
So he hurt his ankle golfing. He's an athlete, in other words. So what'd you guys do on your date?
We went out to dinner. We went to a cool little taqueria and got tacos. It was fun.
All right. And how did the date go? I mean, he's obviously not calling you back now, so maybe it didn't go as great as you thought, but did it seem like everything went well?
It seemed like everything went really well. We had a really fun time and laughed a lot. I do have a lot of allergies, so I had to ask what was in some of the ingredients, which may have embarrassed him.
Did it seem like you just have allergies and you were worried about it, or you're high maintenance and you're where exactly did this dish come from? Was it farm raised or was it?
I'd never want to sound like that, but I mean, I am asking questions and people usually don't, so maybe that did sound high maintenance.
Well, did he seem turned off by it?
I mean, I was upfront about it, so I said it right away, and then he told me not to worry about it, so I didn't think it was a big deal.
Yeah, I have a hard time thinking that just because you had allergies, he'd be like, I never want to see that chick again.
God, I hope not.
And, anything else that could have possibly caused him to not want to see you again?
Well, there was one kind of awkward thing, and I don't even really want to tell you guys about it.
Then you should
Well, you probably should definitely tell us about it. If we're trying to dissect this date and figure out why the dude's not calling you back, that might be an important piece of information.
It's going to seem weird, but it's really not that weird.
Okay.
Heard it all.
So what is it?
Well, I have access to the golf course's system, so I can see people's addresses, and I don't know, I just typed his name in really quick, and the only thing that came up was his address, and I just happened to remember what part of town it was in, and I was like, oh, cool. But I asked him if he liked living in that area, and he gave me a really weird look, and then I realized
Oh my God.
maybe that, I don't know, because there's really no other way for me to have known.
Did you
So
come
it's almost
clean?
like you Facebook stalked him without him knowing and then was like, hey, I saw you were out at this bar last week. How was it? And he had no idea. Is that kind of what it was like?
Kind of. I hadn't compared it to that in my mind,
A
but
little worse.
So
Yeah, worse. It's like dating someone from a bank and the person looking up your
Yeah.
banking information.
it's not that bad.
Ah!
I don't know.
I did come clean, though, and I told him why I knew that.
Okay.
Because I just wanted to be honest with him.
I knew where you lived because I stalked you in our company database before we went out. I'm sorry. What did he say?
That sounds so much worse.
What did he say when you told him that?
He didn't really say a lot. He just kind of looked at me weird.
Okay.
And you swear that he hasn't caught you outside of his house in his bushes or anything post date.
I was not in the bushes. I was a very safe distance away, sitting in my car with my binoculars.
There you go. Good. I'm glad you're being honest about being a creeper, Amanda. All right, so how did the date end then?
He walked me into my car, and I don't date a whole lot, so I don't really know how that works, and I was kind of nervous and wondering if a first kiss situation was going to happen, but he just kissed me on the cheek, which was very sweet, and then went on his way.
How many times have you tried to get a hold of him since you went on this date?
I texted him once. I don't want to be creepy about it and be like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You want to hang? I'm waiting for him to call me. So
Well, you have his address. You should just show up at his door. Do we really need to do a second date here?
that's a great idea.
No.
I'll do that tonight.
All
Thank you.
right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him and get your second date, okay?
Thank you.
All right, hang on.